This will unlock the Dallas Mavericks, but it starts with Cooper Flagg. We're less than 2 weeks away from the NBA draft, and we all know by now the Dallas Mavericks will be drafting Cooper Flagg. We're not trading away the pick. We're not going to pivot and draft somebody else. We are bringing Cooper Flagg to Dallas. The main event is coming to Texas. But Cooper Flagg brings a lot of versatility to the Dallas Mavericks, as he's arguably seen as the best defensive player and offensive player. On top of being the youngest player, he brings not just versatility, but youth. And Cooper Flagg has the golden opportunity to just change the way we play in Dallas, to add different layers to our offense and defense without having to be the number one option. So in this video, we're going to take a look at Cooper Flagg and what he brings to the Dallas Mavericks. We do have an update from his trainer that speaks specifically on how he's feeling, as well as what is Jason Kidd going to do with Cooper Flagg with all these forwards. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 21,051 subscribers, getting so close to our goal of 22,000 subs before the end of the summer. So if you want to help me out and reach my goal that I'm trying to do here, make sure you subscribe. I'm bringing you Mavericks content all summer long. If you don't want to miss out, go ahead and subscribe. But Cooper Flagg does bring a lot of things to the Dallas Mavericks. He's not just some rookie that we just lucked out to get, although that is kind of it. We did just kind of luck out and get Cooper Flagg. We only had a 1.8% chance to get him, and he did. And whether or not you think it was rigged or it was fair, the truth of the matter is we are going to be drafting Cooper Flagg, which means a lot of things will be changing. Cooper Flagg's natural position is the small forward position. However, there's been a lot of talk about where he could actually fit in a more diverse system. A lot of people, including Jason Kidd, have pointed out where Cooper Flagg could probably play the shooting guard position. A lot of other people saying Cooper Flagg could play the power forward sometimes if you had to put PJ at the 3, Cooper Flagg at the 4, 80 at the 5. You can mix around with the rotations and lineups. And we all know that Jason Kidd loves to experiment during the regular season, and why not get the best player that you can be versatile and experiment with, like Cooper Flagg. And in his rookie season, his freshman season in college, he led his team during March Madness in points, assists, and rebounds. And although he wasn't the NCAA leader in points or leader in rebounds or assists, it doesn't necessarily matter. The Dallas Mavericks will be drafting Cooper Flagg without the pressure of being the number one option, without the pressure of leading a team. Cooper Flagg can still be great while we have Kyrie Irving as well as Anthony Davis doing the majority of the heavy lifting, as well as everybody else backing him up, like Daniel Gafford, we got PJ, we got Najee, we got Derrick Lively, Max Christie. This Dallas team is actually really, really good. And when you put in Cooper Flagg, that just connects a lot of different ends that we haven't seen connected. Our defense will be top tier. Our offense will be more versatile. Our depth will only get more deep. And although last season's roster before the start of the season looked absolutely amazing, I'd argue that this roster could be better in some ways. But before we go into the breakdown of Cooper Flagg, we do have a small update from his trainer that we're definitely going to take a look at. But just a reminder, Cooper Flagg will be making his way to Dallas. Right here. Cooper Flagg plans to have a private visit with the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas on June 17th. That's only in 2 days. Sources tell ESPN. 1 week after his first official Mavs visit, Flagg is set to be Dallas's number one pick in the NBA draft on June 25th. And make sure you are tuned in. We are going live for the draft. We're going to go live for both days. Obviously, we only have one pick, but you never know what else could happen, some trades or what have you. But on top of that, we also have the update from his trainer, Mac McKenzie, saying Cooper Flagg's trainer on Flagg's competitiveness. He said he just wants to win at everything he does. Everything he does in life, he wants to win. That's what's most important, and that's what we need. We could get a player who wants to be the flashiest and have all the stats and get all the accolades and wants to win Rookie of the Year and do this, that, and the third. Or we have a player that wants to win. Like I said, Cooper Flagg led his team in points, assists, and rebounds for his first year of college. But he did not lead the entire NCAA in those categories because he was trying to win games. Obviously, you want a player who can take over, who can do a little bit of everything to help you win games. Or you have a smart player who can do some of the things differently, doing very well, but have a more diverse pool of what you can do to help teams win. We have scorers, we have rebounders, we have defenders, we have shooters, but when you have Cooper Flagg who can also do those things, that only makes us that much more deep in our depth, not only with our role players, but also with our star players. Cooper Flagg is going to be a role player his rookie year. That's the way he will be seen, but he can easily be that star player for the Dallas Mavericks right out the gate. And another thing that we're going to take a look at right here Mac McKenzie as well, Cooper Flagg's trainer, on his upcoming visit to Dallas, saying it's something he's definitely looking forward to. It's the only team he's going to go visit. He's very excited for it. Now, obviously, yes, the only team you really need to visit is the Dallas Mavericks. It's already been known. We've had a little bit of a leak on the Mavericks website that showed that, yes, we're drafting Cooper Flagg. No, duh. We're drafting Cooper Flagg, so there's no reason to visit anybody else, but it is good to know he is excited. Obviously, some people may take a look at this, say, oh, that's just PR talk. Obviously, he's going to make it sound like everything's good. I mean, remind you, last year, Alexander Sarr told the Hawks not to draft him. The Atlanta Hawks were going to draft Alexander Sarr, but Alexander Sarr said, nope, not going to Atlanta. And he wound up in Washington. Not sure if that's a better situation, but that's what happened. Cooper Flagg could have done the same thing. He could have gone back to college. There was a lot of talk at the end of his college career on whether or not he would declare for the draft or go back. Me, personally, I'm glad that he decided to come into the NBA. Otherwise, we would have had to draft. I mean, Dylan Harper's a good player. There's other good players. Jeremiah Fears. There's a lot of good guys in this draft, but I'm glad that we're getting Cooper Flagg. But Cooper Flagg adds a lot to the Dallas Mavericks, and if we want to take a look at all the specifics, we'll just take a look right here. Head coach Jason Kidd has wasted no time envisioning how Flagg fits into this system, and his recent comments on the DLLS Mavs podcast have fans and analysts buzzing. Kidd hinted at deploying Flagg in a freakishly versatile lineup that could make life miserable for opposing offenses. The proposed lineup: Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flagg, PJ Washington, Anthony Davis, and Derrick Lively II, a monstrous blend of size, switchability, and defensive upside. And really quick, I absolutely love that lineup. I think that's a lineup that a lot of people want to see. Kyrie at the 1, Cooper at the 2, PJ at the 3, AD at the 4, Derrick Lively at the 5. You could argue that you could probably put AD at the 5 to close out a lot of games. A lot of people know, and a lot of people have said, Anthony Davis will most likely close out a lot of games playing the center position. Cool. Put PJ at the 4, Cooper at the 3. You can even put Najee at the 2 or Clay at the 2, whoever you want to close with. I like putting Najee at the 2, Kyrie at the 1. We will have just amazing lineups, a lot of versatility. And like I said, Cooper Flagg connects a lot of the missing pieces that we've been missing, and he makes things so much easier for someone like Jason Kidd this upcoming season. The talent and the skill set is there. He just has to go out there and execute. He has to show us that those skills and talents are not going to go to waste and you're not just a bust, that you are able to and capable of helping a team go the extra mile to try to reach the next step, because we made the finals 2 seasons ago. Last season was a nightmare, so hopefully this season things are a little bit better and we're getting right back on track. But just continue with this. Kidd specifically floated the idea of playing the 6'10" Flagg at shooting guard in certain sets. While unconventional, it underlines Flagg's unique skill set, elite court vision, high basketball IQ, and the length and agility to guard multiple positions. His freshman season at Duke showcased his versatility, averaging 19.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1.4 blocks, and 1.4 steals. He's been compared to a hybrid of Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Paul George. And now Kidd is ready to give him the keys to unlock chaos, and I am all for it. And honestly, as a rookie getting compared to Jason Tatum, Giannis, Paul George, regardless of how you feel about those players, all those players are good players regardless of what's been happening recently for Paul George or Jason Tatum. Those are great players to be compared to as a rookie, as not even a rookie yet. You haven't been drafted yet, just a college kid being declared for the draft. Other people have been saying Scottie Pippen is another comparison, which is amazing for the Dallas Mavericks, but that just goes to show that a 6'10" forward being just the thought of putting him in as shooting guard by Jason Kidd is one of two things. Either Jason Kidd just wants to see what that looks like, or that's exactly what we need to find success. And it all comes down to Cooper Flagg. It all comes down to what he's able to do, what he's comfortable with doing, and who knows, maybe that isn't a natural position for him and we don't do that, or that could be exactly what we need to unlock this team, take it to a whole nother level, have real versatility so we can compete with teams like Oklahoma City, the Indiana Pacers, all the teams that have been competing in this current postseason will have to see us next season. But we're going to continue with a few more things that we got here. Just to break down Cooper Flagg's college stats, his freshman stats in college. If you look at that, I'm not seeing a lot of downside to his game at all. There's a lot of people I've seen talk online of, oh, maybe we don't need Cooper Flagg. Dylan Harper's better. Ace Bailey, Jeremiah Fears. Like, I get it. But, I mean, if you take a look at this, coupled with what everybody's been saying about Cooper Flagg, he is exactly as advertised. I mean, the only bad thing I'm seeing right here is his ball handling, which is a 7 out of 10. Everything else is an 8 or higher. And that's fine. There's no way his ball handling could be any worse than PJ's. So I think the Dallas Mavericks are in a very, very good position. position. Another thing that we're going to take a look at right here is an article from the Smoking Cuban. Shout out to Noah Weber, who put out this article saying Cooper Flagg's unstoppable go-to play will turn the Mavericks into a cheat code. And in this article, he says Flagg's lob obsession makes him a dream fit for Dallas bigs. In Dallas, Flagg will have multiple high-level lob finishers to throw alley-oops to, such as Derrick Lively, Daniel Gafford, and Anthony Davis, and his potentially increased role as a playmaker with the Mavericks is bound to put him in a position where he can throw plenty of alley-oops right away. One thing that we haven't talked about too much on this channel in recent weeks is what if we have Cooper Flagg be more of a playmaker? I mean, he's able to. He's very good at creating for others. He's a very good passer, has high basketball IQ. We're looking for point guards. We talked about everybody. But what if we use Cooper Flagg in a weird hybrid of a point forward, something akin to a Ben Simmons if he's able to produce like Ben Simmons, except he can actually hit his shots and free throws. But I think that's something that we could definitely experiment, a little bit of unknown territory for Cooper Flagg. But if he's able to lead his own college team in assists throughout all of March Madness, imagine what he can do for the Dallas Mavericks when he has options like Anthony Davis, PJ Washington, Clay, Max Christie on the wing shooting threes, AD down low. I mean, Cooper Flagg has access to a lot of different offensive weapons. And if you let him bring the ball down and play make, we may see things that other teams aren't even thinking about, honestly. And if we look at the article, it does continue by saying, if Jason Kidd ends up rolling with the lineup that includes Flagg playing the 2, like he teased less than a month ago, he is going to have even more opportunities to dish out alley-oops than he did at Duke. Flagg thrived when getting downhill at Duke as he always made the right pass in transition or in the half court, and many of these passes end up being lobs. Someone with whom Flagg had great chemistry as a Blue Devil was 7'2" big man Kamen Malak as they connected for countless lobs throughout the course of the season, and the Mavericks will be hoping for more of the same when he starts working out with Lively, Gafford, and Davis. Throughout the pre-draft process, Malak has been even compared to Lively, and it won't be too much of a change for Flagg to get used to playing with his new big man who also happened to go to Duke, and that's something that the Dallas Mavericks definitely missed this last season. Obviously, we traded away Luka Doncic, but we also got rid of the alley-oops. We really weren't a lob threat last season like we were the season prior, especially once we got Daniel Gafford. That was just our go-to. We were able to abuse that. And maybe it's because we don't have Luka Doncic anymore. Maybe we need a point guard that can do that. But maybe Cooper Flagg does that. Maybe Cooper Flagg brings back the Lob City dunks that we were doing all second half of last season and even in the playoffs and finals. Maybe Cooper Flagg is better than what people think, and he can do more for us than what we already think he can do. But only time will tell. You don't want to put too much pressure on him. He is a rookie. He doesn't have all the pressure of leading a team and being the number one option and being that guy, but he does have a high ceiling. The future is his. Who knows where he'll go in his career, but I'm glad he's starting it in Dallas. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think Cooper Flagg can do all these things for us? Or do you think he's just another rookie and not to put too much pressure and not to freak out over nothing? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for being part of the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. And as always, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.